Time, the most mysterious and relentless force in our universe. From the instant we take our first breath, time begins its silent march, pushing us forward, second by second, never stopping, never slowing down. We live believing that time is a straight line. Yesterday is gone forever. Today slips through our fingers as we live it, and tomorrow waits just out of reach. But what if that belief is an illusion? What if time is not a straight path, but a vast landscape? A landscape we could cross in any direction, forward, backward, or sideways, just as easily as walking across a valley or climbing a mountain. For centuries, humanity has dreamed of time travel. Ancient myths speak of gods who moved freely through the ages. Writers imagined machines that could carry us centuries ahead or centuries behind. Philosophers debated whether time itself was an unbreakable law or a doorway waiting to be opened. And in the shadows, conspiracy theorists whispered that governments had already discovered the secret and were keeping it hidden. Tonight, we step into this world of mystery. We'll explore the legends of Nikola Tesla's rumored experiments with powerful electromagnetic fields. Experiments that some believe cracked open the doors of time itself. We'll revisit the infamous Philadelphia experiment, a story in which a US Navy ship reportedly disappeared and reappeared miles away, defying every law of physics. We'll examine strange photographs that seem to show people and devices decades ahead of their time. And finally, we'll ask the scientists of today, could physics one day allow us to do the impossible? Could time travel become reality? Or will it remain forever in the realm of imagination, myth, and dream? For most of human history, time was considered absolute. It flowed like a river, steady and unchanging, the same for everyone. But in the early 20th century, Albert Einstein shattered that certainty with his theory of relativity. He revealed that time is flexible. It bends, stretches, and warps depending on speed and gravity. Imagine two identical twins. One remains on Earth, living an ordinary life. The other boards a spacecraft that travels near the speed of light. When the traveling twin finally returns, he discovers a shocking truth. His brother has aged decades, while he himself has only aged a few years. This is not fantasy. It is a real consequence of relativity called time dilation. Even astronauts aboard the International Space Station experience this effect. Moving at thousands of kilometers per hour above Earth, their clocks tick just a fraction of a second slower than ours. Over time, the difference becomes measurable. Gravity also shapes time. Near a black hole, the pull of gravity is so extreme that time itself slows down. To an outside observer, someone orbiting close to a black hole would appear frozen, while the rest of the universe races ahead. These discoveries prove that traveling into the future is not just possible, it is already happening in small ways. We simply don't notice it because the differences are tiny. But if humanity one day masters travel at near light speeds, or learns to survive near the event horizon of a black hole, we could leap thousands of years into the future. Yet traveling backward, to the past, is far more complicated. It raises paradoxes and contradictions that threaten the very logic of existence. Could changing the past destroy the future? Or does the universe protect itself from paradox? These questions lie at the heart of the time travel mystery. Nikola Tesla was a man who lived ahead of his time. Known as the father of alternating current and wireless technology, Tesla dreamed of inventions that others couldn't even imagine. He spoke of free energy that could power the entire world, and of invisible forces hidden within the universe. But some believe Tesla's true discoveries went even further. According to conspiracy theories, Tesla conducted secret experiments with powerful electromagnetic fields. Witnesses claimed he once made small objects disappear, only to reappear seconds later in another place. Some even suggest that Tesla glimpsed the possibility of altering time itself. Tesla himself wrote cryptic notes about energy fields, vibrations, and unseen dimensions. After his death in 1943, the FBI quickly seized his documents. Officially, these papers contained nothing groundbreaking. Yet conspiracy theorists insist they held secrets too dangerous for the public. Blueprints for technology that could bend the laws of reality. One particularly strange story involves a machine Tesla allegedly built, a device some describe as a time camera. According to accounts, it allowed him to project images from the past or even the future. Though no physical evidence survives, the story persists, feeding speculation that Tesla discovered something extraordinary. Whether true or not, Tesla's genius remains undeniable. His inventions shaped the modern world, from electricity to radio to early wireless communication. If anyone in history could have stumbled upon the key to time travel, Tesla seems the perfect candidate. The question is, did he? And if so, where are those secrets now? In 1943, the United States was deep in the chaos of World War II. According to legend, the Navy carried out a top-secret test known as the Philadelphia Experiment. The supposed goal was to make the destroyer escort USS Eldridge invisible to enemy radar. But what happened next defied explanation. Witnesses claimed the ship not only vanished from Philadelphia, but reappeared instantly in Norfolk, Virginia, hundreds of kilometers away, before returning just as suddenly. Sailors who witnessed it reported a greenish haze, strange electrical discharges, and then nothing. The massive vessel had disappeared before their eyes. The aftermath was equally disturbing. Some crew members were said to be disoriented and traumatized. Others, according to the legend, were fused into the very metal of the ship, half human, half machine. Many allegedly lost their sanity, haunted by visions of another dimension. The US Navy has always denied the experiment took place, insisting it's nothing but a myth born of misunderstandings. But the story refuses to die. Over the decades, it has inspired countless books, movies, and theories. Was the Philadelphia Experiment a failed attempt at teleportation, a miscalculated test of cloaking technology, or something far more shocking, an accidental experiment in time travel? Though historians argue it was a hoax, believers insist the government covered up the truth. If the story is even partly real, it suggests humanity briefly tore a hole in the fabric of time itself, unleashing consequences we were never meant to control. As technology advanced, another type of evidence began to spark debate: photographs. One of the most famous comes from the 1940s. It shows a crowd of people dressed in typical clothing of the era, except for one man. He wears modern sunglasses, a logoed shirt, and in his hands appears to be a small camera decades ahead of its time. He has become known as the time-traveling hipster. Another mystery appears in footage from 1928. In a short film clip promoting a Charlie Chaplin movie, a woman walks by holding something to her ear. Many viewers believe it looks exactly like a cell phone. Of course, skeptics argue she was using a hearing aid or holding her hand in a strange way. But to others, it's proof that someone from the future accidentally appeared in the past. More examples continue to surface. A man photographed in the 1960s wearing what looks like a digital wristwatch, decades before such devices were invented. A painting from the 17th century that seems to depict a modern smartphone. A photo of Mike Tyson's 1995 boxing match showing someone in the crowd holding what appears to be a smartphone camera. long before smartphones existed. Skeptics dismiss these anomalies as coincidences, misunderstood objects, or even hoaxes. But believers see them as breadcrumbs, small pieces of evidence that time travelers occasionally walk among us, leaving behind accidental traces. Could these be glimpses of people who slipped through time, caught forever in photographs? The stories of Tesla, the Philadelphia experiment, and mysterious photographs ignite our imagination. But what does real science say? Physicists largely agree. Traveling into the future is theoretically possible. Einstein's relativity, high-speed travel, and intense gravitational fields all suggest time is flexible. Some scientists even believe wormholes, tunnels through space and time, could exist. If we could stabilize one, it might allow us to step into another era. But traveling into the past is where the real challenges appear. The grandfather paradox is the most famous. If you went back in time and prevented your grandparents from meeting, you would erase your own existence. But if you were never born, then who went back to stop them? Some researchers propose a solution. According to the many worlds interpretation, each action creates a new branch of reality. If you change the past, you don't erase your future. You simply create an alternate timeline. In this view, time travel doesn't destroy history. It multiplies it. Others point to quantum mechanics, where particles behave in ways that defy logic, sometimes existing in two states at once. Could time itself operate with similar flexibility? Even today, scientists at CERN experiment with particles traveling at incredible speeds. And some theories suggest these experiments may someday reveal the building blocks of time travel. So, is it impossible? Not quite. Difficult? Absolutely. But physics has already shown us that time is not the rigid force we once believed. The possibility remains open. Time travel remains one of humanity's greatest mysteries. From ancient myths to modern physics, from Tesla's experiments to strange photographs, the dream of stepping outside time's flow continues to haunt us. Science edges closer each decade. Experiments in particle accelerators, new theories of wormholes, and discoveries about black holes all point to a universe far stranger than we imagine. Were Nikola Tesla's secrets hidden away in government vaults? Was the Philadelphia experiment a glimpse of forbidden technology, covered up to protect humanity, or to protect those in power? Are the strange figures in old photographs simply coincidences, or are they visitors who slipped into the wrong century? For now, the answers remain out of reach. Until the day technology truly opens the door, time travel will remain suspended between science and myth, between dream and reality. But one truth cannot be denied. The future is already racing toward us, second by second. The question is, will we ever learn how to catch it?